AA, see you in church. Hi, I'm Manuel. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, leave a little message, tell me what you'd like me to talk about, and put the hand up. I always do that first because I have the tendency not to come back. And once I see something, usually I don't see it again. Very few times they have a really interesting concept, and that I'll see a couple of times. Anyway, I was watching, I think they're called Abba and Preach, and they finally went to Jubilee and they got the vegan video and watched it. I don't think I watched that one. And the only reason I wouldn't watch it is because vegans that I've met are one of the most hateful people there are. Selfish, self-absorbed. It's just, it must be the vegans. I don't know which ones. I've never met a good vegan. Sorry to say it that way, but that's my reality. I'm just going by what I have experienced. And they're horrible people, the ones I've met. The ones I've met, they said if I had to choose to save a human life towards an animal, I'd save the animal's life. If I saw an animal and a human fighting, I'd kill the human. I heard that so many times by quite a few vegans that I told them if I had to choose a plant over them, I would kill them. And they looked at me like, what? And it just annoys me. I wouldn't really do that. I would just walk away from the situation if it had anything to do with those people. They're not usually part of the inner circle. I've had one person that was part of the inner circle, but when she started, she wasn't vegan. And then after the fact, we didn't throw her out because she was a friend of somebody in the group. And every time the group got together, she would complain. That's what I find vegans, they do. They complain. Constant complaining. Oh, you never have anything that I can eat. And then I had enough one time. And I told her, if I can make you a plate, would you stop being a vegan? And she goes, what? I said, if I can make you a vegan plate here, would you shut the hell up and stop being a vegan? Because you keep saying I can't find anything to eat when we get together. And she said, because I knew I could serve her a plate. So she said, sarcastically, yes. I said, okay. So the first thing I did was I went and got my salad and I scooped up some salad, put it in front on a plate. Then there were these, it was like an enchilada, But um, she had put inside of the enchiladas these really delicious chilies. So you put the enchilada inside a corn tortilla, and you put the chili, and you cut open the chili, you warm it up, and you put inside the chili. She put, I think it was broccoli or something, and bell peppers, and it was all vegetables. And she put it inside, and she made a tomato sauce, and with chili powder and everything, and it came out to a hot sauce. It was really good, and it was like a marinara sauce with chili powder in it, and it was really good. And she put that on top, and I put some of that on there because I knew I was there when she made it. There wasn't cheese or anything. There was cheese on the table. You just don't have to get any cheese if you don't want it. And then I went over and I got it was like a cooked apple with caramel in it, and I made that, and I put it in front of her. She goes, "I can't have that." I said, "You can't eat apple with caramel?" "Well, I can eat that." And I said, "Can you eat a lemon dressing salad?" Because that's what mine was. The dressing, only dressing on it was lemon and salt and pepper. None of that is animal. And vegetables. "Oh yeah." I said, "Well, but I can't eat that." She points at the enchilada thing. And I said, I went and cut it right into it, and it showed it was chili peppers and it was vegetables. And she goes, I said, "You can't eat this?" And I had put lettuce and tomatoes on top. I said, "There's no meat in this at all." She found a recipe, she made it, and it was really good because her daughter is now trying to become vegan, and she made that. It's her grandma's recipe with vegetables only. And in the sauce, there's no animal products in it. You have to put the meat and the cheese to make it non-vegetarian. And she looked at her. I said, "That's a complete plate." I said, "So now you can't be vegan anymore. If I was a jerk, I would require you to fulfill your requirements, but I'm not a jerk. I just wanted to show you here. You are invited to eat. It's just that you are such a jerk that nobody wants you around. But because you're already part of the group and part of the family, people have attempted to make you comfortable. You just exclude yourself and complain constantly. And that's your fault, not anyone else's." She cooks for her daughter. She added that to the whole thing because she wanted everybody to taste this delicious dish that she makes for her daughter and share it. She goes, "Oh, well, I thought you guys put cheese." She goes, "No, the cheese is there. That's for you to put on top if you want to. You're excluded because you have made yourself excluded." You know, she pointed out to her afterwards, after I had finished saying what I was saying. I said, "Now, your exclusion," I told her afterwards, "it's all built on you. I said, my problem with you is that you think animals are more important than humanity. You don't care about people. You rather see them die, and then you're there yelling if the world had no humans. See, there'd be no purpose for this world if there was no humans. And that's the big thing. Well, animals would, I said, no, see, that's your problem. You want to be a jerk and an asshole, be a jerk and asshole, but not to us. We don't, and that was the funny thing. No one in that group goes hunting. No one in that group goes fishing. We don't go killing anything. Even one of the members was a vegetarian, not a vegetarian, a veterinarian. Took care of animals. The only jerk was her, who was constantly throwing at us this stupidity. Now, if you don't want to eat meat, no one was forcing her. There was food there that she could get and eat if she stopped being a jerk. The only person that was being a jerk was her. That was her problem. We weren't going to allow it to be ours. And that's where she lost every time. Nobody forced her down that road but herself. Now, I had already told her that story about ASU, and they recorded themselves cutting, making food that they grew themselves, and flowers that they grew. And they saw there was a spike. There was a spike, and they couldn't understand. They didn't hear anything, but there was a spike. So they put the soundtrack to the video, and they found out that the spike was really all of the vegetables, all the living things that they grew. When they clipped the rose, it screamed. They didn't hear it, but it showed there was a big sound. When they clipped all the asparagus tips off of the growing plant, there was a spike. When they took tomatoes, spike. When they cut a lettuce, there was a spike. All those vegetables were screaming because they were being killed to become a meal. And I usually use that against those vegetarians that are just jerks. And that's all of them. And I said, does it make their life less important just because they do not move around like animals do? And that was just me being mean. But the reality is, does it? And I was like, that's what they said at the end of their video. And I thought it was interesting. Years and years and years, I used that against them every single time. And it made them mad. And I didn't care. The point is what you're doing is the same thing what ASU guys said at the end. And you say that human life is not important, blah, 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 blah. We're destroying the planet and blah, blah, blah. No, we're not. We're doing what we're supposed to be doing. Yes, we could do it better, but the reality is we are. You're still complaining because guess what? The other countries are not doing it better. And it's not our place to tell them what to do. Now, if you want to move to those other countries and try to tell them, that's your business. But it's not mine. We have the asshole that's trying to become president, that Democrat asshole. I ruined towns by taking away their coal mining, so now they don't have anything to survive with, so they had to leave their town. Their town died. I'm so proud of myself. And that is a jerk, like those people. And now we have this president who's crazy. So next, the Democrats screwed us because they picked garbage. The Republicans screwed us because they picked garbage. Garbage is garbage. Get better candidates because these are assholes. But reality is, he's over here saying, "Oh, and the whole group is trying to say the Democrats had to do with the Russians, and it was him." Now they're saying that this asshole is doing with the Chinese. He talked to the Chinese at one time, but you know who's probably doing that with them now? Him again. It seems like he throws the stone, so you look at one, but he's doing it. Who does he think he is? Jeffree Star? Doing the same thing. Throwing the stone, telling what's his name that he's bad for the whatever because he's going after straight guys. But wasn't his boyfriend a straight guy? That's right. Now he's straight again. He got rid of Jeffrey. Now he wants women. And then they say was with a child recently, but then that's musician, well, I don't know who the hell he is. He's sleeping with children too. I don't know. I don't care. I just want you people to shut up. There'll be a video before this on Facebook about vegetarians. Watch it. You might like it. Anyway, don't forget to subscribe to my channel, leave a little message, put the hand up, tell me something to talk about. But remember, AA, see you in church.